What is light painting? It's a photographic technique where you use a really long exposure and a moving light source to create really cool light trails within your shot. Before we carry on, it's really useful if you know how shutter speed works and how it affects your shot. To learn more about shutter speeds, you can click on the link just over here. If you already know about shutter speeds, we can carry on. To start light painting, you'll need a few things. One of them is a camera, so it can be a DSLR like this. It can be your phone or your tablet where you can control the settings manually. You'll need a mount or a tripod like so, which you can use to keep the camera really stable and steady whilst you're taking the shot. And you'll need a light source. This can be a torch, fairy lights, it can be the flash on your camera. So anything that emits light over a continuous period, you'll be able to use. Once you have all your equipment, you can start setting them up. For your camera, you need to be on manual mode so that you have control of all the camera settings. Set your ISO to 100, your shutter speed between 5 and 30 seconds, your aperture between f11 and f22, and set your camera to manual focus mode. Remember, light painting is a trial and error process, which means you're not going to know what you're going to get, and you're going to need to constantly assess what you've just shot and adjust your setting accordingly. Okay, so all the settings that I've given you is just a starting point, and you'll need to change them according to what results you're getting. Once you've set up your camera, it's time to set the scene. Get your lights ready, mount your camera onto the tripod, set your focus manually onto the subject or where your light source is going to be, and turn the lights off or wait for it to get dark outside. When you're ready, take the shot, and during the exposure, move the light within the frame to create light trails. You can create patterns, you can write words, you can create shapes, or anything that comes to your mind. Once you've taken the shot, it's time to review your shot and change any settings that you need. If you didn't have enough time to draw the whole pattern or the shape or write the full word, you need a longer exposure, so you increase the shutter speed. If the overall exposure is too bright, then you can close down the aperture even more or lower your ISO. If it's too dark, you can open up the aperture or increase your ISO as well. And finally, have fun.